Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So I'm 50 shares away from my 16,000 shares of NIO. And later this week, I'll be buying those 50 shares to bring me up to 16,000 as I keep buying. Why am I doing that? Well, before we go on with today's video, all I ask is for you guys to hit that thumbs up right here. Thank you. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing, and it will help bring awareness not just to the channel but to NIO as a whole. And as usual, I'll put the link to that Facebook NIO group that our very own subscribers are here and I started on Facebook. It's a pure NIO bull group. So what do I have for you guys? Well, let's start with this. NIO doubled their deliveries in the first 3 weeks of January, whilst Tesla, on the other hand, sells 33,703 vehicles in China, 15.49% lower than the year before. And I predicted that this trend will continue, and let's see if Money Making Mitch is right. I said this since last year. Their delivery numbers will keep decreasing whilst ours keep increasing. Of course, we saw a big drop in sales for all the EV makers, like less than half for registrations, I should say, for last week. They all tanked. But having said that, while Tesla lost 15.49% year over year in January, China's new energy vehicle retail were up 10.5% year over year. Very interesting. So NIO CEO highlights importance of sale volume, cost reduction in internal meeting. And we all know that the cost reduction is already started with us with our in-house developed chips, SkyOS, etc., etc. And we're just waiting for the new platform vehicles to start pumping out. Well, what are they doing for that to happen? Emperor William Lee believes that sales are fundamental for the company as a whole, not just the battery swapping. Lee also highlighted cost reduction. So you're going to see some cost cutting, and cited profitability as the second keyword. NIO's co-founder, chairman, and CEO William Lee emphasized the importance of volume and cost reductions in an internal meeting as the electric vehicle maker embraces this year of the snake 2025. At a recent management only internal meeting, Lee mentioned 3 core visions: doubling sales, striving for single quarter profitability this year, in the fourth quarter of 2025, and continuing to build systematic capabilities, according to a report in local media. This is according to local media in China. It was NIO's first quarterly meeting after celebrating its 10th anniversary. It was the clearest Lee has ever articulated the importance of sales, the report said, citing a NIO source. So we don't know if this is true. It says citing a NIO source. Just like the last time they spoke about the robot dogs, we all know CNEV Post lied on that. So we'll have to see if this is true, if this meeting was real, and if this source is really real. Another NIO employee said Lee used the word very central and very important several times during the meeting to express the importance of sales, and compared the company to competitors. Now, to me, this is a little bit interesting, because I saw Lucid Motors CEO yesterday said that they're not gonna focus so much on selling cars, but more on selling their technology, so to speak. So I also know that NIO in the future, I believe, I shouldn't say no, that NIO is also going to be selling its technology, like the in-house chip, the SkyOS, etc., not just, selling battery swapping. So this is going to be very interesting going forward, because with us, we know that people want our EVs because of the amount we've sold thus far. What we sell usually in 1 month is what Lucid sells in a year. And if you're not selling your EVs, why would someone buy your technology? Very interesting. Lee believes that sales are fundamental to achieving single quarter profitability at the end of the year, to competing and to running a business, and that the entire company should be looking at sales as the only core metric to measure the result of its work, according to the report. He highlighted sales momentum in the initial 6 months of a new model's launch at the meeting. With new cars on a fast refresh cycle, the gap between launch and delivery shouldn't be too long, and the word of mouth needs to be built as quickly as possible early in the launch, Lee said, according to the report. However, NIO has previously not built a strong enough awareness for sales, according to this report. They said Lee is saying momentum in the first 6 months throughout new car life cycles, and this is something that needs to change, he said. The NIO founder also stressed on cost reduction, and we know that's coming, and made profitability the second key word. On the third quarter 2024 earnings call, Lee mentioned aiming for profitability in 2026, but he said internally that the company would aim for a single quarter profitability in the fourth quarter of 2025. Let me say that again. Internally, the company would aim for a single quarter profitability in the fourth quarter of 2025, according to the report. So that will be very interesting to see if we become profitable. I believe we will in the fourth quarter, or at least the first quarter of 2026, because of the amount of cars that we're using, the battery swap stations. That should become profitable by the end of the year. With the partnerships that will be rolling out their battery swap enabled models, with our new platform that we're going to see a ramp up in sales again, and with better margins because of the in-house developed technology. To achieve the profitability goal, Lee believes the cost control, the report said, which with its current annual sales of 220,000 units, NIO can basically determine what are fixed expenses. If NIO still doesn't achieve profitability after doubling its sales, it's a sign that too much money is being spent, and it needs to be reviewed exactly how the money is being spent, he said. NIO's new models this year will come with the Skyos operating system, and I spoke about that. I'm very excited about that, guys, because it's going to replace Linux, which we were buying, which every other EV company uses. We made our own, which will bring enhanced performance. It'll be faster than Linux, in addition to a significant reduction in royalty payments. Key there. Cutting costs. According to a person close to NIO with knowledge on the matter of the report. So I'm very excited about that, just like with the chip in-house developed. In addition, the availability of NIO's in-house chip will also help reduce costs, the report noted. I'm speaking ahead of myself here, guys. The ET9, which is set to begin deliveries next month, is the first model to feature NIO's own 5nm process-based Shenji autonomous driving chip, along with, I believe, with our Skyos. Last week, Lee said in a live video that NIO would have new models or facelifts released every quarter this year, starting in the second quarter. That will feature NIO's in-house developed Shenji chip. NIO is also trying to reduce its operating costs, setting up CBUs, cell business units, in January, where each department has a separate cost checking center to go over what each department has spent and is about to spend on different projects according. Each department has its own return on investment. They all have to show where they're showing profitability metrics, and the purpose of CBU is to track how much returns come out of those costs paid and why the money is being spent, the report said. Each department needs to explain these matters clearly before spending money, the person said. So a lot of people who are asking a lot of questions, I hope this is answering a lot of your questions. The CBU are not physical organizations, and how exactly they will be implemented is still under discussions, the person added. The cost mining initiative started at the beginning of 2024 when Lee emphasized the need to avoid ineffective and inefficient inputs and reduce unnecessary expenditures, the report noted. Compared to the target set at the beginning of 2024, the cost mining initiative has largely met its goals and exceeded them a bit. So we met and we exceeded our goals, Lee said in a media interview after the 2024 NIO Day report. So we will be looking to also exceed this year again. Do you guys think we're going to exceed this year again? Do you think we'll double sales? Because last week's registration looked like doom and gloom. Or do you think that the new models, which I believe the new platform models that we'll be releasing from the second quarter going forward, will help lift our margins considerably with all of the in-house developed technology? Tell me what you think in the comment, guys. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational, especially with the doom and gloom registration last week along with all the other EV makers. If so, do not forget to hit that thumbs up, guys, because it takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because on this channel we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 Cent, we get rich or we die trying, guys.